I am gonna tell you how I made this cinematic looking little movie. It's not massively long, it's like 39 seconds, 40 seconds. But it's a start, and it basically shows what can be done using some fairly simple free tools. And the list is basically what I've done is I've created a list here to show you that it was basically the video was created using Midjourney. An aeroplane just went over really loud. That's horrible. Midjourney Insight Face Swap, which is an add-on to Midjourney. LeiaPix, which is, we'll go into it later. It basically gives depth and animation to still images. I use then Canva to add it all together and turn it into something much more spectacular than what it actually was. And of course, I used Google Docs voice typing because that's a really super useful tool where you can basically just open a Google Doc and type into it. And it's probably not recording me now, but this just shows how you can type without using your hands. Just go into Google, start talking into the microphone, and Bob is your auntie. Full stop. Now, where were we? Let's just make sure that it's still recording. Yes, it is. So then what we want to do is we'll go to Midjourney first of all, where I started the process. I started in my main Midjourney where I created all of these images of, I called it like the first man on Mars. And I started with a close up. And I was like, as you can see, trying all sorts of other things. And I ended up with this close up of First Man on Mars. Very basic, not very stylized at all. And I went through the pictures and I found the one that I liked the most. I wanted to have the chap's face visible. And so I upscaled that. And of course, it didn't look like me. So what I then did, I went into Insight Face Swap and I uploaded the picture and a picture of myself, and I combined the two, and le voila, there is the picture of me inside the spacesuit, looking all spacey. And then once I'd got that image, I went back to my Midjourney, and I basically kept zooming out. So I ended up with more and more distant photographs of this, and the ones that were close enough, I did the same face swap thing. So then it would make it look like it was me going through, zooming out, zooming out, zooming out, and so on and so forth. I tried a couple of different iterations where it'd be like zooming in or zooming out, and I found that the zooming in was better dramatically. So as you can see here with my text of the script that I wrote, thanks to Claude AI, I had a sequence of shots that I could then blend together, hopefully, as a seamless, continuous shot. Whilst I was doing this, because I'm always looking at new stuff, I discovered another AI called LeiaPix, and this has the ability to make static images look as if they're moving. So then I went into LeiaPix, and basically what you do is you click upload, grab a picture of any sort. Just make sure it's not already a GIF. That's a PNG file, so that's fine. It will do this. And then, as you can see, it's created a bit of movement. Now, I didn't want to overdo this, as I say in my script, because things like that you've got to use it sparingly and not overdo it. So I just use this on two of the images. One to make it look as though I was turning my face to the camera, and another one further from the distance to make it look like I was walking on the surface of Mars. I then put them together in a sequence. First of all, as I said, started about zooming in, but didn't really like that. So it worked better for the cinematic effect to be zooming in. I then had a look around on Google to see to get some kind of context for the text, because obviously different movies have different styles of how they present themselves. And I wanted to make sure that this fitted with not just the cinematic theme, but also the theme of space. So I put in cinematic movie text as a search thing, and it came up with this. Um, then I put in the word space, cinematic space movie text, and you'll see you get this big, bold, usually lots of space in between the actual fonts to give it that sort of look. And you can see that they're all very much of a muchness. Not an awful lot of imagination going on here. So I used that exact same lack of imagination on my video, and I put this big text here, as you can see, and made it, little moving thing there, cinematic, etc. And then on to the next scene. I put in this zooming out looks cool, staring into the distance, because they always do that, don't they? And of course, I put some edgy music in there, which you'll see in the final thing. More zooming out, and then using different sized fonts as emphasis is another thing that they do. And then preparing for the final scene by using an even smaller text, so it's sort of like it makes you look closer to the screen. So then when, boom, you get the nice big text. I'll cut that bit out. And then on to the final screen, which has been like, your final credits. This video was created using Google Docs voice typing, Insight Face Swap, Midjourney, LeiaPix, and Canva. But I also want to give a special mention to Claude AI, because I said to Claude after it helped me with the script, because obviously I'd written it by typing it out with my voice. Then I pasted it into Claude here, and Claude came back with that. And then I said, it's a great idea. I just realised I now have another tool to mention. We could say that Claude AI finalised the script for me. And Claude said, great idea. Adding a mention of using Claude AI to finalise the narration script ties in perfectly with the creative tools highlighted in telling this behind-the-scenes story. See? It's genius. Absolute genius. And all of these tools, as I say, can be used for free. This is free Claude, free Chrome. LeiaPix is free, the version I have. The only thing that I actually pay for is Midjourney. You can get free, but I chose to pay for it because I really, really like it. And I'm continually playing with myself. And so then on the final scene, and I put a little thing there. And then basically, all I'm going to do now is just go to Shah and download it as an MP4, and that's it. And when I finish talking, I'll show you the full uncut video. If you have any questions, then please obviously put it in the mention below. Hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button, and apparently lots of people on YouTube tell people to smash that like button and smash the subscribe button as well. So you don't have to smash them. I'm not forcing you to. You can gently tickle them if you wish. But whatever you do, make sure you do that. And that's how I made my cinematic looking short movie using Midjourney. And the text that you're reading here and listening to, as I said, I used Google Docs dictation tool. So I didn't actually type any of this. I spoke it all directly into Google. And then Claude did the rest for me. I'm just so lazy. So lazy. Anyway, on with the thingamabob, and have a look at this, the final last thingamy. As soon as it's finished downloading, of course, you won't have to wait for that because it'll be instantly, almost like now.